Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I would like it if you would give me a little bit of feedback on this. I am going to show you a little something about finger crochet. Now, you do not need a hook for this. It is just your fingers and the yarn. Now, I have some old yarn here. I don't even remember what it was. I do know that it is Lion brand, but that's it. That's all I can remember. Okay, so you just want to have like a thick piece of yarn. This would be good to see how thick this is. So, that's what the end looks like. It's got a lot of yarn in there. Okay, so what you want to do is make a slip knot. But instead of using your hook for it, you're going to be using your finger. Just like this. So with finger crochet, it can be very difficult, especially in the beginning, because you don't know whether your chains are too large or too small, because your finger is what controls everything. This takes a lot of practice. I'm actually still just getting used to it myself. So this is how we're going to be doing the crocheting. See? Just like that. So hold your yarn like you normally would. And when you wrap the yarn around your finger, you're going to want it to be in the bend right here. Right there. Do you see where that is? And never let the yarn go past your knuckle here. Try to keep it right there if you can. So just pull that through. Now you want to hold onto your chain right here. You want to hold onto that as you are pulling it through, so that each chain will be the same size. Okay, so wrap around, pull through. Wrap around, pull through. Wrap around, pull through. Now I'll be doing this a little bit slower for you guys so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So here's your chain. I know it looks really messy in the beginning, but once you get into a good rhythm, like let's say you're making a really big, chunky, fluffy blanket, you can definitely tell that it's gonna start getting this rhythm to it, and you can tell. At the end of this video, I will show you a blanket that I've been working on for a friend of mine. Okay, so scoot it back, wrap the yarn, pull through, wrap, pull through, wrap, and pull through. Okay, so there's that. So far, there's your chain. Okay, so now let me teach you how to do some single crochets. I know it seems a little bit hard to do, but just like in your regular crocheting, always chain one at the end so that you're not decreasing. So we're just going to be single crocheting. So go back into, let's see, go into this next one, not the one that you just came out of. Oh, sorry. But you want to go into this next one here. So once you get your finger in there, you'll have two on your finger, so wrap around and pull through. So you'll still have two on your finger, just like if it was your hook. Wrap around. Remember to take these and hold them. So just pull through. Okay, so I know that the chains are going to try to tighten up on you, so just try to pull those apart. put your finger in, wrap around, pull through, wrap around again, pull through. Next, it'll be pretty obvious where you can actually put your fingers and where you can't. Okay, so we wrapped around and pulled through the first chain. Now we gotta pull through the next two. And don't try to rush it, because this will take a little bit of time. Next one, just kind of shake it a little bit if you have to get your finger in there. It's going to be a little tough. Wrap and pull through. Wrap and pull through. And I'm just going to quickly do the rest of these. So, there it is. This is what yours should look like, more or less. Remember, I have been doing it for a few days now, so I have some practice. So if yours doesn't come out looking exactly like this, don't even worry. That is fine. It takes practice to do it with your fingers, but I will say that this is perfect for blankets, and sometimes a really big chunky scarves. If you like chunky fluffy scarves, then you might want to get some yarn for that. So for the next part, always chain one just like you would in your regular crochet and turn your work. So now this top stitch right here, go into that and wrap it around your finger, pull it through, wrap it around again, and pull it through. And that is how you will continue to do your single crochets. Now you can do double crochets, triple crochets, whatever, but you will have to have a little bit less tension with that, and it'll turn out much chunkier. So let me show you exactly how you would do a double crochet. This is just an introduction to finger crocheting, by the way. I will do better examples for you guys in the future. I'm actually doing it in the wrong one, I'm sorry. It's supposed to go into this one, not that one. Okay, so you have this cluster of a stitch and 2 loops on your finger, and it's going to be a little tight, but don't worry, you'll loosen up tension later. So wrap around your finger and pull through that loop. You have 3 loops on your finger now. Just like if you had a hook doing double crochets, this is exactly how it would always turn out. You wrap around and pull through 2 of the loops. 2 loops left on your finger. Wrap around, pull through the last 2 loops on your finger. And that is how you would make a double crochet. Now it'll look kind of like this. So let me just quickly do a couple more for you. Okay, so as you can see, when you are finger crocheting, the stitches are much holier, like they're huge. Especially if you have thicker fingers, you will have a thicker stitch. If you have skinnier fingers, then you will have a smaller stitch. And it's all just based on who you are, the size of your fingers, the size of your yarn actually plays a big part in this. If I had a much thicker yarn than this, a really thick mesh, then it wouldn't turn out with so much holes, but of course it would still have holes because you're crocheting with your fingers. So no matter what you do, it's still going to be really holy and thick. And just like any other crochet, you can take it out. And you can always start back where you left off, pick up where you left off. So just go into any stitch, start doing any type of crochet that you want. I'm sure that you can still do a half double, and a half double crochet is where you wrap around your finger just like you would for a double crochet, and you will pull through the stitch, have 3 loops on your hook or your finger, and just pull through all 3 loops instead of doing a double crochet. Now see, it makes it a little bit thicker and fluffier if you want to do it like that, but the single crochets is what I would recommend starting out with. And of course, this would be a slip stitch. If you went through and then just went right through, that is your slip stitch. See, it all works the same way. So, I hope that you enjoyed. This is just the introduction. I will probably be using this same yarn for all of the tutorials, but that is fine. And since this is the introduction, let me go and get what I made for my friend. What I'm making for my friend, actually. I'm not finished with it yet. I still need to buy a little bit more yarn because I'm running out. But let me show you what it looks like so far with just finger crocheting. Let me kind of... And it's a really fluffy yarn. So, I'm sorry if it looks kind of weird. Alright, let me scoot it back for you. Alright, the yarn that this was, it was called Lions Brand Homespun Thick and Quick. You can get it at Walmart. It's like $3 or $4, something like that, for the smaller ones. If you want the bigger ones, they're a little over $6. And this is what it, let me try to spread it out for you a little bit. This is what it looks like finger crocheted, the holes in it, but whenever it's relaxed, you can't even tell. Like, it's just such a thick yarn. This is actually where I left off. So let me go back here. Alright, so I know that you can't really see very well with this yarn, but once you get into a good rhythm and a way of doing it, it will go much, much faster. I mean, I can actually watch TV and finger crochet without having to look at my yarn. Like, I can watch my favorite movies without looking at my yarn, and I'll just be, you know, crocheting away, and then realize that I'm out of stitches when I get all the way over to the bottom, and I'm like, oh, where'd my stitches go? And you know, then I would know, oh yeah, it's time to chain 1 and turn my work. You know, it's really, really relaxing. The only thing is, with finger crocheting, it dries out your hands more than regular crocheting would. So what you really need to do after you finish finger crocheting for the entire day, you need to get some lotion, preferably with aloe, and just put that on your hands, because if you're right-handed, then you will this finger will dry out. Sometimes, like recently, I actually got really dry fingers, and I know that this looks kind of bad, but I had really dryness right around my nail, and then I got loose skin, and it hurt right there. I know that this is kind of gross, but if I compare the fingers, you can actually see that this one is redder and a little bit more puffy, because I eventually got a hangnail. My finger was so dry that I had gotten a hangnail, and yeah, so it was pretty bad, and now it's kind of throbbing because I've got a little infection going. about to put another band-aid on again because I did have one on before this tutorial. So yeah, that's the introduction. Just remember to practice, don't rush it, don't use a lot of tension. You will get the hang of it. It's really fun. I love it. Let me show you how big the blanket is, and then we will be done with the video. Okay, so we are next to my movie shelf and the window. This is the blanket so far, and from far away you can see the pattern in it. And this is the top, and it goes all the way down to here. It is only throw blanket sized. I'm not making it like really huge. Sorry, my yarn is a little messy. But that is the blanket so far. And the type of yarn that I used makes it really fluffy and warm, so it is perfect. It is the perfect blanket for the winter time. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the introduction. I will be making actual tutorials very soon. So enjoy! Happy crochet! Bye guys!